How everybody doing? My name is Elijah Walker. After I wasn't picked up by the NFL, I started to read books. I started to learn who I was truly as a person without football. My relationship with God got strong is not even a word to use. It's on a different level for sure. But as I say, I growed into a better person, a better man, the man that God put me on earth to be. The purpose I'm serving my true purpose. And football has come back into my life. I ended up playing in the spring league for about 2 years for free, no trainers, no meals. I had to pay for everything on my own, no living, no stipend, no anything. So that right there was really hard. And at the time, I remember, when I was going through it, I would always think, am I doing this for nothing? Like, what am I doing this for? I'm not gaining anything. I'm not gaining any funds to take care of myself. I don't have anything to fall back on after this. All I have is this film to show. And it never really discouraged me. It allowed me to keep going through faith. What faith is confidence in what you hope for and assurance in what you cannot see. So at the time of me being in the spring league, I couldn't see all of these things. I had a desire to move on to the next level as far as the NFL, or whether it be another spring league, whether the USFL or XFL. I had a desire, right? But I couldn't see it. What was in front of me was the spring league. I'm not getting paid, nothing. I'm not benefiting from anything, and all I can take from it was film. But I had faith. So I kept going. I put up some good film. I had some nice stats and things like that. And far after that, the USFL came around. And so now I'm playing for the Pittsburgh Maulers down in the USFL. Another great opportunity for me to chase my dreams and get back on track. So it's funny that I say, football had disappeared for a while for me to get back into my true self and my true purpose, and now it's brought back into my life. And I have another opportunity to further my football career and make it into the NFL, as well as get my master's degree. So it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. Everything I went through on the field and off the field, whether good or bad, it's definitely a purpose for it. It's meaningful. It's a blessing for sure. Where I am now is I gave my life to Christ. I'm serving God. I'm still playing football. I still have the desire to make it to the NFL. But God say, "Seek and you will find me. Seek and you will find me." So I say that to say, I've done some seeking. I've done some seeking, and I can say I truly found God. And I gave my life to Christ. So now the desires in my heart cannot bring forth without God, So now it's so much stronger that, the most important thing to me is God. It's not really football. It used to be football before God. And that's the honest truth. That's me being not aware. But now that God is before everything else, He's showing me how to show the love that He's given me, show the mercy that He's given me, show the forgiveness that He's given me. And He say, through me, I will give you the desires of your heart. So God willing, football, the NFL. I have a season coming up soon. I'm leaving for camp March 15th to go play in the USFL for my second season. They signed me back to the team because, last season I did very well. And, the desire in my heart is to play ball into the NFL. So where I am now is working every single day, all day. But I will say this, although in the midst of me working for this sport, who defined me is God. That's who I am. He shows me what to do, when to do it, how to do it at my best ability. So I'm just getting ready for the season, preparing for this to get my master's. I don't know whether I want to do psychology or business, but I'm in the midst of that and learning more with what's inside of me and what I'm good at and things like that. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities to look forward to as far as not today, but today I focus on God and serving God for sure each and every day. That's where I stand now. The biggest advice I can give to other athletes, other mentees, other people who may be coming up at the same path that I took, and always remember this is a good tip. Never compare your journey to the next man's, because God, just like He's created you, He created the next man, and you may have a different path. It's not to be selfish, to only put yourself before everybody, but don't compare your journey to others. Meaning, if somebody may be walking the same path as you, and they may have a blessing before you, don't use that and say, oh, I'm not going to get blessed, or he left me, or my blessing isn't going to come. The biggest tip I can tell you is your blessing will come. It's just different timing. God gives everybody a different time in their own timing. You got to search within to know that and be aware of that. Another tip I would give to other mentees is, like I said before, you can't do anything alone. Don't do anything alone. God put us on earth to not be alone. It's not good to be alone. He wants you to seek help. He sends people into your life to help you. And one thing about the We Are G.A.M E program is they never asked me, ever asked me for a dime, a penny, a nickel, anything. They never asked me for no type of funds. Everything they offered me was for free, and that's genuine, that's straight from the heart. So I would say, know who's there to help you, and be aware of who's there to help you. And you will only be aware of who's there to help you genuinely when you have nothing. When you are nobody, you have no name. So I say that to say, treat everybody the same. Treat everybody the same. Treat the janitor as you do the celebrity. You never know who God sends to you. Oh yeah, it's definitely a blessing. It's definitely a blessing to use my voice and maybe touch some other hearts, touch others who's coming up in the same path as me. And I thank you for allowing me to use my platform and use my testimony to share with others. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You gotta climb higher.